Welcome! Today we'll be doing a tutorial, finally, something different than a production video or a music breakdown. Today we'll be focusing on one of the most annoying things in mixing, and I would even say in music production, that has ever been present, and that is muddy frequencies. That is the mud that is so damn freaking annoying that just messes every single mix. But you can control it, and I'm gonna show you, because I've been struggling a lot with muddy frequencies and muddy mixes, but I feel like I kind of got a pretty nice understanding of how to control it and how to make a track sound pretty bright instead of just muddy as frick. So let's just drink some coffee and let's just go. So we're gonna take a sound. I made a really cool sound today. It's it's a freaking cool sound. Just check it out. Every instrument has some frequencies between 200 Hz and 500 Hz, and I would recommend just cut them a little bit or use a multi-band compression to just fix them and clean up this mud. So first thing you can do, I'm gonna be using Fab Filter because it's a bit cleaner looking EQ. Right, so mainly we have some frequencies like here, and like basically in this region there's a mud sitting. Really annoying. So one thing you can do is we can just cut a little bit of the mud. Don't be afraid to use like really aggressive EQ. Some of the sounds really need that. So this is without. Ends with. Much brighter, much cleaner sound. I usually just boost some high end also, but like depends on the sound. There's like a lot of white noise here, so I'm just gonna leave it like that. What I also like to do is I like to use a multi-band compression. So you can easily create a band that'll just be focusing on this muddy range, and this is gonna be compressing it whenever the signal volume passes the threshold. So this is before and after. So that is much cleaner. So that is the first main step you wanna... English, please. Someone teach me English. This is the first step. You wanna just step up, step forward. And the next step, what I would recommend is to use OTT. OTT is also gonna make your sound a lot brighter because it's a multi-band compression, and it has a certain feel, like you can tell like this is OTT feel, OTT sound. Just a little bit of OTT, like 30%, see before and after. Much brighter. It actually boosts some of the high end. If you don't want this, you can just decrease this output. But what I'm using usually is this anti-mud compressor. This is basically everything like in one place. Just OTT, anti-mud and anti-low compressor plus bright and low cut if you need them. This is from my latest effect rack pack. It's called the mixing sauce. Basically, with just a couple of knobs you can make your sound much less muddy. I use it in every single song. It's a game changer for me. I can show you what it consists of. Basically the same thing I've been talking about the whole time right now, which is an OTT, an anti-mid compressor, which is compressing between 169 and 520, and a low mud compressor, god damn it, which is targeting the low end. And there's a channel EQ for some brightness. This is a really cool one for boosting high frequencies, and also some EQ if you want to just cut the low end. So there's that. So anti-mid, let's just check it out. So I turn only 2 knobs and a little bit of the brightness on top, and let's see the effects before and after. So this is before and this is after. This is much brighter and much cleaner sound and sounds better. Another thing you can do is you can use reference tracks. This is what I do every single time when I'm mixing a track or when I'm mastering the track as well. If you have, okay, let's say you don't have Ozone, because that's what I use and that's what I like to use. You can create a new audio track. You can put a, let's take one of my tracks so I don't get any copy strike, right? Let's take this track, right? Let's say this is a professionally mixed, which is not, but let's say this is professionally mixed and mastered track and it has like really nice high quality sound. So you just bring it in, make sure this is aligned with the grid so you can just compare the sections of the song. Slap an EQ on this. You can use these headphones here, which allow you to just hear a certain frequency band. You can do this, but if you want, you can use auto filter and use like a bandpass filter, right? And then you can put this onto the master, and then you can listen to this track, which is a reference track, and then you listen to your mix. And you like, okay, this is too much mid-range, there's maybe not enough high-end, maybe there's missing something, maybe there's something too much, and you just adjust that so it matches the tonal balance of the track you're referencing with. So that's one thing. Another one is to just put an EQ and look at the EQ of this track. And you listen to your track. And you see whether like the EQ looks similar or not. You can, like this EQ8 is maybe not the best for that. You can definitely use up filter EQ. And when you hold here, after some time, it actually shows you like what the frequency spectrum looks like, and you can compare that to the song you're referencing with. But if you have an Ozone, right? If you have Ozone, there's this cool feature. This is like, I'm using this every single time, and come on. And it does a really nice job. So you load a track. It doesn't really matter what track I'm making, whether it's a lo-fi or whether it's a like heavy track or future bass or whatever. I use a Virtual Riot Wallmonger because it's really clean and it does work perfectly. So then you could just, right, it's playing here. You can just use a reference here and just click next and just play the song. And it's gonna just do like a mastering for you. This is not the end mastering. I wouldn't say that this is like the final mastering, but it definitely gives you an idea of what your song should sound like. It actually fixes some of the mud. Maybe this track is not muddy because I'm mostly fixing the mud. But sometimes when my track is muddy, the EQ here, because like the master assistant set this EQ, not me, sometimes the EQ looks like that. So there's like big dip here, maybe there's like some high-end boost, maybe just like low-end cut. Sometimes the EQ looks like that. That means my track has too much of these frequencies and not enough high frequencies. Now I can just close the Ozone, I can open the mix down, and I can just go into each element of the song, and I can just fix these frequencies, get rid of the mud, and yeah. Yeah, so I would go and I would apply these techniques to every single instrument to just add a little bit of, as you can see here, anti-mud compressor, like demudding. So that's what I recommend, and I think that's it. That's pretty easy way to fix muddy frequencies. I would recommend to just have something like this anti-mud compressor, so you just don't have to repeat the same thing over and over again. You just tweak a couple of knobs and it gives you the clean sound. After some time of doing this over and over again, your ears will get used to the clean, bright sound, not muddy. And once you hear some instrument that is like, you will immediately notice that this is muddy and it needs some EQing or compression, and you you will just be able to spot what your mix should sound like in terms of tonal balance after some time. Yeah, so that is it. I hope it helps. I hope it answers the question how to get rid of these damn muddy frequencies. So annoying. Let me know if it works. Let me know if it improved your mixes, and let me know if you have any questions, and let me know if you I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope you learned something. See ya in the next one, and have a nice day, night, weekend, whatever you're doing right now. Get rid of this mud.